Okay. Hey everybody, I'm Callie Chung with World of Callie, and this is my live stream today. It is about laws and restrictions in Japan. Um, I know normally when I do live streaming, I answer all your guys' comments and questions as I live stream, but upon thinking it further, or maybe because I'm so stressed out with work, I think it's better if I actually cover one topic at a time and then answer your guys' questions. I'm going to try to stay on topic. So if you guys have any Marvel questions or TV questions or movie stuff, hey Billy, I'm going to try to save those for the end so that at least people who are actually watching this for informational purposes, they can at least get through the better half without having to go through all the extra fluff. So yeah, okay, so let's get on with it. Hi, IG Fortune. I'm gonna spend the next 5 minutes just doing like greetings and just keeping. I can't talk. Getting you guys up to speed with like what's been going on in Japan. But first of all, oh my gosh, my hair. I did one of those like box color dyes, and it's the box color dye. Hi, Charlie! The box color dye said my hair would be red, but I don't think this is red. It's still like brown. I don't know if it really works, but okay. Yes, Charlie, I had a pretty good weekend. Yeah. Just working. As some of you know, I have already quit my English teaching job, so I am focusing on the production and entertainment industry factor in Japan. So yeah, it's been pretty busy, and that's why I haven't been as active as much. But now that I'm down to just one job, hopefully I can do more gaming and just do more streams for you. Streams for you guys, especially the drawing ones. So I'll figure out the camera for that. Okay. All right. So let's get on with it. This video is specially dedicated to Tattoo Mike. He's one of my Patreon patrons, and he got to choose a topic for today. Once again, if you guys missed it in the beginning, I am going to cover 5 things, 5 laws and restrictions that I've encountered personally here in Japan, that are different from the States. And I want to get through those topics as fast as possible for those of you who are watching for that specific content. Now, I know Billy loves to ask me random questions about TV shows and movies, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love the randomness of your questions, but I'm going to try to save that for later till after the end so that at least the topics are covered. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm organized today. Okay. All right. Hey, Black Dragon Kabuto. I don't know about doing big things, but at least just trying to stay on top of it. So, okay. All right. So, as some of you guys know, Japan is a very different country. A lot of times you guys see different things on TV and you hear different things, and you might be wondering like, what is it really like to live here and experience different cultures, especially laws and restrictions, because it is different from America. And there are, bonjour, Victor! There are different differences. There are good and bad things. So I'm going to cover good and bad so that it doesn't seem like I'm complaining about anything. Because I'm not complaining. It's actually just very interesting, the differences. Okay. Aw, thank you, Charlie. You know what? I think I narrowed down my dream after working thus far with what I'm doing. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay, that'll be towards the end of this 1 hour section. Okay. Hey, Real Dark. Oh my gosh. Hope you're doing well. Are you busy studying? Okay. All right, so the first difference that is apparent, because I think you guys will all agree, is the right to arms, the right to bear arms, the right to purchase a gun. Some of you may know that here in Japan, you cannot buy a gun. You cannot buy a gun, and you don't. It's not that surprising because like people just don't really buy guns like under the like black market wise, like you don't really hear about those gun related crimes. There was an article online and it says that on average, about 2 people die in Japan in a year because of gun related violence. So yeah, for those of you who might love guns and want to buy guns, it may suck for you guys, but on the other end, because everybody isn't allowed to buy guns, there's this safety feel, this safety factor. So yeah, I mean, the only thing that I really have to worry about is if somebody has a knife. Like, because I feel like that's how people take out their aggression. They can't shoot each other, but they can stab each other. So, and I, okay, so the good thing is you feel safe. On the other end, you don't really feel safe unless, well, overall, Japan is a safe society. So, yeah. There's the gun aspect. So, no guns in Japan. I'm going to quickly go over to your comments. Yeah, so far, nothing about guns. Okay. All right, that's number one. Number two, laws and restriction related here in Japan is what is it? Returning clothes. Returning clothes. Now, okay, I used to work in retail and I remember a lot of the stores in America, their return policy is very flexible. Like you can return it within 30 days. And even if the tag is cut, you can still return it as long as you have a receipt. Stores can find your account on their computer database. Like it's just pretty easy to do a return. I remember when I worked at a retail store, this lady, she had obviously worn her sandals. Like you look at the sandals and it's like, oh my gosh, like the parts are ripped. It was dirty. It had like stains on it. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to return these because these broke on me. And it's like, oh my gosh, I know you've been wearing these for the last year because I was working that last year and I never saw this like model before. But guess what? My store manager authorized the return and we had to accept the return, even though the customer was blatantly lying. And yeah, so anyways, so that is a very generous example of a return happening in America. Now, if you want to return clothes in Japan, like let's say you went to H&M or you went to Uniqlo, it's going to be very strict, from very strict to no, you're not going to get a return. So even if you have a receipt, and like even if the tags are there, like even if it's like brand new, they're still going to like question you, like why are you returning? Like it's kind of a foreign like idea. So when you come to Japan, you're going to find that if you want to do a return and they know you're a foreigner, they're going to specifically say no returns. It's like, oh my gosh, are we that guilty of doing returns? But hey, Tattoo Mike, yay! I'm so glad you joined. I hope you're liking the topics covered so far. Hey, Manny. Okay, so yeah, I actually had to do a return. I think it was to Uniqlo because I think I bought a skirt or something and I ended up not liking the color, but they're like really checking like, is this really the skirt? And they had to call like 2 store managers just to make sure that nothing was wrong. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I am seriously not lying. Like I went home and I just didn't like the color. But yeah, so they did the return, but there was another time when like they told me once this tag is cut, like you can never do a return. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So just saying no, if you live here in Japan, be prepared to really try on all your clothes before you buy them. So all right, wait, I'm just making sure my battery's plugged in and everything. Can you guys hear me? Okay. All right. Billy, I am not bored with you at all. I just told everyone in the very beginning of this video, and especially now for a lot of the people who are jumping in right now, because this video is dedicated to one of my Patreons who chose the topic laws and restrictions in Japan. I'm going to dedicate this time for his topics. All your other questions related to movies and other stuff in Japan, I'm going to try to answer those at the very end, so at least we can stay focused. Oh my gosh, I'm growing up. Okay. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. And Victor is saying they only did the return because you're on. No, because the person who was helping me was another girl. So she's all like looking at me like, oh my gosh, this gaijin, why is she like doing a return? So, okay. Anyways. So yeah, be very thankful that in America you can return pretty much anything within 30 days, or if you really push it, you can return pretty much anything at any time. I've got an embarrassing story about a return, actually. No, I'm not going to say it. Okay, all right, going on. Number three, laws and restrictions in Japan. It has to deal with trash days. Yes, trash days. Your trash does not get picked up just once a week. It gets picked up multiple times a week. And I know that you guys are making me smile with your comments. I see everything. I know in a past stream I mentioned how different days are dedicated to different trash. For example, Fridays are cardboard days. Cardboard and magazines and clothes. Mondays are recyclables, like your 2-liter bottles and your cans and your glass. And then Tuesdays are your burnable and non-burnable trash. And then Wednesdays are your other plastics. And so it goes on and on and on. And every city has different trash days. So if you move to a different location, then you have to like adjust yourself to a whole new set of like trash days. And some trash locations are more strict than others. Like I heard that right now, the place where I'm living, I can combine my 2 liters and my cans and my glass and just kind of toss it out. But in other places, you do have to separate the 2 liters from the cans and the glass. So, and you guys are probably wondering, oh my gosh, well, I don't care. I can just dump everything into that trash receptacle and they can figure it out themselves. Yeah, they could, but you know what? I've noticed everybody kind of figures out who the foreigners are in the nearby vicinity, and if you, yeah, it's a lot to remember. If you don't put out the right trash on the right day, they actually put a sticker on your trash, and sometimes they will figure out whose trash it belongs to. It hasn't happened to me yet because I've actually read up on everything and I actually take it out at the right time. But I've seen stickers on some of the trash outside, and it's like, oh, this is a wrong day. So they're very particular about what trash goes where, and you know, it is because Japan is a smaller country. It's not like America where everything gets dumped into landfills. They have to really streamline what they do with trash. So. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Michael. Okay, and moving on, says Donald Trump likes to figure out who the foreigner is. Yeah. Good comment. So that is another law and restriction regarding Japan. It is, like I said, it's good because, you know, I don't know. I feel like naturally you become aware of recycling, and somebody pointed out like, you know how, I don't know about the other states in the country, but when California, like, when the hybrid vehicles came out, California gave out like a perk, like you can go on the carpool lanes, like if you have that sticker, and like if you have an EV, electric vehicle, or a hybrid, you know, people are like, that's good, that's really good. But like here in Japan, like being environmentally aware with EVs and hybrids, like that's just kind of common sense. Like it just kind of comes with the territory. Like don't litter, be respectful of your surroundings. So you know, they don't applaud you for being environmentally aware. It's just normal, and it's what you should be doing. So I really like that because it places that shared responsibility of the earth with everybody, and that's why it's so cool. Okay. All right. Michael is saying you have multiple trash days, but just normal trash days. Yeah. I have noticed that in America, like, you have like a colored bin for when, like you're saying, like Michael's saying, large trash days, and you can have like leaves in like the black containers and like the recyclables in the blue containers. But generally, like yeah, like it's not broken down severely as it is in Japan. Like when you come here, and it's probably not going to matter when you're in a hotel. Like when you're in a normal hotel, you throw out like everything at the same time. But if you go to like a cheaper hotel or Airbnbs, you're going to see everything kind of like separated. So yeah. Ah, you notice the cat pillows. Actually, that's Okami, and then that's the cat from Akasan. Yay! um, Glass bottles, they do go into a different trash. When I lived in Shinjuku, they actually separated everything. But at that time, the apartment that I lived in, they made it very convenient where you can take down all your trash to like this basement, this like first floor trash area. But once you're inside there, you have to actually separate it. Like the clothes go in one section, cardboard goes in another section. So like yeah. So you didn't have to worry about which days something was going to come, but you still have to separate. You still had to separate everything. So okay. Thank you, Billy, the comic book store video that I uploaded. Thank you, thank you. The next one is going to be about Wonder Woman. That Casual Cali will go up tomorrow. So, okay. All right. Okay. Okay, moving on. You make me laugh with your comments. All right, moving on that matter. Number four, restrictions and laws in Japan. This one some of you may know, and that has to do with no tattoos when you go to a hot spring. Or yeah, no tattoos when you go to a public bath or a hot spring. And the reason is it has to do with Yakuza, the Japanese gang here. So if you have a tattoo, it's a very negative vibe and a sign. So they definitely don't want families, especially when you go to public baths. You have little kids walking around everywhere and yeah, a lot of families. So no tattoos whatsoever. You can have like I know, it's really ridiculous. Like if they see that you have like a small butterfly on like your ass cheek, yeah, unfortunately that will not do, even if it's very innocent. Yeah, it won't fly. So just letting you know, if you have a tattoo, you can't do public hot springs and whatnot. Okay, structure separate. I'm gonna quickly go over to your guys' comments and see what you guys are reading and or posting. Billy is asking, are the comic book and graphic novels of Marvel and DC expensive in Japan? Like I said, Billy, I'm going to answer that question at the end of this video. Right now, we're going to talk about tattoos. Okay. Yeah, tattoos on the back. Yeah. Ass cheek. Yeah, you know what? A long time ago, actually for a long time, I wanted an okami tattoo, but upon learning how like, you know, negative tattoos are viewed here in Japan, like I didn't want to get one. And it's just interesting, very interesting. So, okay. All right. Yeah, tattoo mic. Absolutely. It is pretty intense. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you. Yeah, I curled my hair for you guys. Okay. And it's supposed to be red, but it's not. All right. No, I did not want okami on my ass cheek. I wanted okami somewhere else. Okay. Michael's so funny. Okay. All right. Here we go. Number 5, probably the last thing I'm going to cover regarding laws and restrictions in Japan. And I only say that because I was sitting here thinking for a long time, like, what other things are laws and restrictions? Because I've been here for a little over a year and kind of everything feels like normal now. And I can't really ask Japanese people because to them, everything is normal too. So, but the last one is probably drinking and driving. And of course, in America too, drinking and driving is absolute, like, no, like you should never do that. But I've noticed the cultural differences as far as approaching the subject matter regarding drinking and driving. For example, on my last day of teaching, I brought wine for all my adult students, and our class would be about like an hour, and like the place where I was teaching, it had like a lot of shops and stuff. So after class, you had the flexibility of going out to other places with other students. Like, it's just like hanging out after class. Like you would hang out on college campus after classes and stuff. So when I was offering wine to some of my students, like they specifically said, "Oh no, I'm gonna drive home. I'm not gonna drink." And I'm like, "Oh wow, like that's very admirable." Like 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 for somebody to be that adamant about not drinking, and I didn't I would say, "Are you sure?" Because I remember back in America, like my friends would be like, "Okay, I have 2 hours till I get home. That means I can have one beer and like something. Like there's a way to calculate your, what is it? How fast you burn alcohol, right? Like you just drink some more water or you wait. Like there's a certain time limit of waiting and then you'll be fine. But like here, they're very strict. Like if somebody knows that they're driving home, this is just based on my experience. If they know they're driving home, then they're generally not going to drink anything. Yeah. And of course that's different if you're taking the public transportation home, then you can like drink all night and stuff. But yeah, I've noticed that people here are very responsible regarding that topic. And it probably has to do with the fact that passengers, if the driver gets arrested for drunk driving, the passenger also goes to jail because they're held responsible for knowing that the driver was driving under the influence. So, and I don't think we have that back in the States. Like the passenger is like, right? I don't know. I've never heard of any passengers being like, like gone after or whatever by the police. So, yeah, so that's probably it. Regarding laws and restrictions, and what I mentioned, the five things, they're pretty much like set, like do, don't, you can't do this and this and this. Now there are other cultural restrictions that are not written, and some of them are not said, but it's expected, and that's the difficult one. That's the one that I have problems with because sometimes it feels like you have to mind read and you have to mind read and figure stuff out, and if you have true feelings or true thoughts, you can't really just voice your opinion. So yeah, those are definitely more difficult to maneuver around. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, the 5 laws and restrictions here in Japan. If you have any questions, please comment below. Otherwise, for the next, how many minutes do I have with you guys? For the next 30 minutes, now I'm going to do like normal live stream where I get to answer all your questions and comment and talk with you guys. So yay! If that's it, okay, bye. But if not, I'm going to go to the comments. Woohoo! Okay, all right. All right, thank you guys for waiting. So I'm going to go through your comments right now. If I missed your comments earlier, please repeat, text, or type and repeat. Okay. All right. Here we go. Charlie-san is asking... Wait! Charlie-san's comment just got like bumped up. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Charlie-san's saying there are very few gray areas here. Yeah, definitely. The gray areas are just... I'm not... Hey, Charlie, can you pretty much agree? Like, it's either black or white. Like a gray area, like they really have a hard time like figuring it, or they take a long time to think about it. Like, I don't know. All right, Michael, troublemaker. Yeah, always. Reading between the, yeah, kuki yomu. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Basically, Charlie's saying there's a phrase here in Japanese, and it's saying kuki o yomu, and it's reading the air, and it's basically, do you have awareness of your surroundings? Can you read people? Can you read what's going on in this situation? And if you can read, people give you props and say, oh, kuki o yomeru, like you can read the air. Or if you can't read the air, it's like kuki o yomanai. So yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah, and then so you kind of have to use your brain and your sensitivities when you're with people. And that's the thing. I think that's another reason why people don't like just say whatever they're thinking or say what they want to say, because the culture here is very sensitive. Like there is that expectancy, okay, well, if you're really on the same page with me, you'll know what I'm talking about and understand that da 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 da. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. In the Korean culture, there was some of that too that I had to learn. So it wasn't really that hard for me to do the initial transition, but then now going deeper and deeper, yeah. All right, here we go. Next, speaking of DWI, how are the laws about that? Um, you know what? Well, I think at least in California, if you get charged with DUI, it's like I think it's about $10,000. Correct? You get your license revoked, you lose your job, or something like that. But I think it's about $10,000. And yeah, you have a right to a trial, but I remember well, I think I can talk about it now, but I was on a drunk driving jury case, and obviously the guy was driving under the influence. But the what is it? The lawyer was trying to, I commend her for trying, but she was trying to convince us that at the time that he was arrested, he was not drunk. It was like a technicality issue, but all of us on the jury were like, nah, he was driving drunk. He was drunk driving. So anyways, so yeah, but then in Japan, I think the fine is about $3,000, but you definitely lose your job and you definitely lose your license. And especially in Japan, a lot of times people stay at their job. I'm just saying in general, people stay at their job for years and years and years. Like for people to jump around jobs and do career changes, it's still considered rare. So if you lose your job, that's really a big thing here. So okay, Charlie's saying it's mainly black and white. Yes and no, pretty much. Yes, yes, it is. Jack Stone is saying, I love how you go from being serious to laughing. I can't help it. I can't help it. But yeah. Okay. Billy is asking, have I ever had a hangover before? Hey, you know what? I did have a hangover, but it was not from alcohol. Believe it or not. Okay. One time I was sick, like I was like coughing a lot. And my dad, he's like, oh, you know what? You should go get a prescription for cough syrup. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, and you should just drink the cough syrup like all in one day. I'm like, what? And my dad's like, trust me, your cough will get better. I'm like, okay. So, and I'm not kidding. This was like within 5 years ago. So I'm like, okay. So I drink the cough medicine like pretty much like all in one night. And then like I woke up the next morning and like I'm like the world was spinning. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this what a hangover is? Because like I've never experienced anything like this. Oh my gosh, I'm never doing this again. Like, why did my dad tell me that? So yeah, my first and only hangover was from cough syrup. So, and I'm generally good with alcohol. Like I can drink and drink and drink, and I just pee everything out, and then I can drink and drink and drink, and then like I'll like feel tired and I'll sleep, and then I'll feel better the next day. So, yeah. So I'm good. All right. Billy is saying getting arrested for having sexual attentions with schoolgirls. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I think that's yeah. I mean, I feel like, yeah, like I feel like the perverted guys here are really perverted. Like, for example, like, yeah. The perverted guys here are really perverted. Like, this happened like probably 2 weeks ago. I was going in the train station and it was like really hot. So I'm wearing a t-shirt and I'm just walking and like this guy, he passed by me and he grabbed my arm. He literally grabbed my arm and he walked away. And I like took a moment. I'm like, wait, did I know him? So I turn around, I look at him and I didn't know him at all, but he's saying something to me in Japanese. And I'm like, okay, that's really weird. That's really creepy. And like, oh my gosh, like, why did you touch me? But like, I can't really go off on him in English because then I'm going to look like a crazy girl too. So I just like walked away. I'm so thankful he didn't grab anything else on my body. But the fact that he just like reached out and grabbed my arm, that was just a little freaky. So, and it was in the daytime, it wasn't at night. So it's not like, I was like running into like, woo, like dangerous crowds or anything. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, Eric. Hey, Eric. Okay. Hangover from. yes, hangover from cough syrup. And Michael is saying, cough syrup, Callie's dad is Lil Wayne. My dad is gangster. What's going on with my hair? Okay, sorry. Okay, so Al is saying Callie can drink more than anyone I know. Al, you haven't really seen me drink, but yeah, I can drink. Okay. Michael is saying, you're one of the lucky agents who aren't allergic to alcohol. Yeah, I do not get red. Yeah, I don't get red. And I love like all kinds of alcohol. It just tastes so good. Okay. Eric is saying, I remember reading about foot tickler guys on the... Okay, I have an embarrassing story for you guys, and I'm going to share it because it happened such a long time ago that I don't mind sharing it now. But, okay, so Eric mentioned foot tickler, and that reminded me of a story when I first started out in this acting business. When you first start out in the entertainment industry, like, you get a lot of creepy guys and situations, and, but, at that time, I was like wanting to like make money and stuff, and so like, what is it? I was looking for jobs, and at that time it was Craigslist, and as you guys know, Craigslist is very, very suspicious, and even back then it was suspicious. But like, they were looking for foot models or Asians who want to step on people's faces, and you can make up to $600 a night. That's right. $600 a night just for stepping on men's faces with your bare feet. and they were saying like, now, sometimes the guys will just let you like step on their faces, and sometimes they'll want to like put stuff on your feet, and they'll want to like touch it, and they might like photograph your feet, but it'll only be your feet. So anyways, so at the time I was reading it, and I was asking my roommate like, oh my gosh, like, do you want to try this? But she's like, no, that's so creepy. And then I'm like, yeah, that probably is, because like, it was a job posting, and you never know what might happen, like if you're not careful. If you're in a room situation where you're like the only female, or there's no supervision, because like it sounded like something fun, something innocent, but I've experienced way too many times and seen too many times like how things can just like go out of control very, very quickly. So I did not do that. I did not do, what is it, feet, face, whatever job. I did not do fetish feet job, but that was my first time hearing about it. And yeah, I mean, if for those of you who actually do that and stuff, like, that's awesome. I'm so glad, and I hope you guys are staying safe and everything. But I think for me, like, it wouldn't have been a good combo. And yeah, so all right, going out for drinks. I'm going through all your comments. Michael says this all sounds like she did a lewd video. I did not. I did not. Tattoo Mike saying, what the... Okay, yes. Billy is asking, did the guy that grabbed you on the train, did he get arrested? No, he didn't get arrested. It was at the train station. It wasn't actually in the train. And that's a very good point that Billy mentioned. If it was actually in the train, girls can actually yell out chikan, which means pervert. And that's when the police can get involved and everything. But like, I was watching the news last week, and I guess some guys have been falsely accused of being a pervert because, like, in the morning train, like everybody gets jostled around. It's so crowded. So if a female thinks like, oh gosh, I got grabbed by somebody, I think it's him, and she yells out chikan. And if the guy is actually innocent, like it's hard to prove that until recently. There was this TV ad saying, hey, have you been falsely accused of being a pervert? But yeah, it's like a hotline number for guys to call if they've been falsely accused. So I thought that was hilarious. So anyways, no. WDC Cody Lyoko is asking if Dante and me are dating. No. Al is asking, definitely not a foot person. Yeah. Billy's asking, Callie, was a hangover before your nostalgia? Yes, it was before my nostalgia. Wait, no, it was after. It was after. Okay, Taiko Sam is asking, hey, how you doing? Met you at... Hey! Oh my gosh! Hi! Oh, oh my gosh! How are you? I know it's been a long time. But yeah, if yeah, I think a bunch of us are gonna go watch Wonder Woman together. Yeah, hope to see you at that Wonder Woman viewing. And speaking of Wonder Woman, DZ-san and a couple of his friends and me, we got to go to like, what is it? An American base and watch Wonder Woman. So that video will be posted tomorrow. Okay. Now Billy is asking, Callie, have I heard of the Mummy reboot? Is that the one with Tom Cruise? I read some really bad reviews about it, and I do not want to go see it. So, sorry. Okay. Jackson is asking, I want to grow up to be the Hamburglar. That's so cute. And oh wait, regarding what Billy said regarding the Mummy reboot, like, I know from the American trailers, it looks really, actually, it looks pretty entertaining. But the problem is, I watched the first trailer in Japanese theaters, and I don't know if you guys know this, but like, okay, for the Japanese audience, if there's a Hollywood movie, they have to explain pretty much the whole plot in the trailer. Like, it really sucks because they give away certain things. So, yeah. So I kind of, while watching the Japanese trailer for Logan, I could kind of put together pieces of where the story was going, and that kind of sucked. And same thing with Mummy. Like, they kind of revealed the thing about Tom Cruise, because I watched the American trailers and they didn't do that reveal at all. They just focused on this malevolent force like chasing down Tom Cruise, but in the Japanese trailer they kind of like told you why and what's gonna happen. So yeah, I feel like I watched the movie. Okay. Eric is saying I need to do the Wonder Woman hair flip. Yeah, but today like my hair is all like curly, so if I do the flip, like it's not gonna do right because the hairspray is like bunching up together. Meow. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. Do you guys ever get like this where it's like you flip your hair and all of a sudden your head feels much better? Okay, but I actually like my hair on this side. Okay, all right, now I gotta calm my hair down. It's like, calm down. All right, so Taiko Sam saying that's awesome. Keep up that YouTube grind. Thank you. Good to see uploading more and more these last couple of months. Yeah, it is really tough. It's really tough when you have to like juggle jobs and everything. But like, to be honest, it's because of folks like you. It's because of you guys that actually keep me going. So yeah, and especially my Patreon. You guys keep me accountable. Like, oh my gosh, I have to do like so many things for you guys. Which reminds me, that's the Patreon candy stuff that I'm sending out to my Patreon folks. So yay, expect those in the mail very, very soon. Let's see. Tycho, okay, he's saying hi to Charlie. Hey, Gabriel. Hey. And then Kingo is saying, yeah, that's excited. Yeah. So I was talking, yeah, because it reminded me of like another movie trailer memory. Billy is saying, I'm sad because I liked Sofia Boutella in the movie, even if I haven't seen it. Yeah, she's really pretty. I agree. Wait, you guys, I didn't tell you. I watched Suicide Squad! Oh my gosh! I finally watched Suicide Squad, and the reason. Hold on, my phone is blowing up. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Wait. Oh no! I have to go to work! Hold on, hold on. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, wait. Wait, we have an option. You can give me 1 minute to finish this text and I can jump right back on the stream. Or I cut off the stream right now and I just get back to work. You guys choose. What should I do? Yeah, we're back to off topic. I stayed focused for like a good 30 minutes for my... Thanks, Michael. Okay, all right. Give me 1 minute, you guys. 1 minute. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh no. Okay. All right, you guys. I actually have to cut this short. It looks like it's gonna take longer than 1 minute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna. You know what? I think in like next week, I'm going to try to stream in the evening. And that'll probably be like really early morning for you guys. So I'm sorry about that. But I will catch you guys later. Yeah, I know. You know, if I make more money elsewhere, I don't have to work this other job. Just kidding. All right, you guys, just letting you know that my stream tip is right below here. And if you have any other questions, please post under my YouTube video. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Hopefully, I think my next video is going to be a drawing for Justin. So yay, he's been a very kind donor. So thank you, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Okay.